YouTube. I am going to be showing you a Leopard Gecko video, a Leopard Gecko Care video. Well, these guys are nocturnal. They do need heat. Sometimes they're going to stay in the heat to get warm because they are in the desert, and sometimes they chill out on the side over there, like my other two geckos are in there. They like dark areas, but not like fully dark, like blackish dark, but like darkish, sort of like that, like a little light showing and a little light not showing. Now here's the problem. When you have a leopard gecko, you say, oh, this is really cool. I mean, what am I going to do with it? Maybe I'm going to have fun with it. Well, you're probably not going to say it, but anyways, with the leopard gecko, what you really got to do with these guys is you got to put stuff that they can climb on, because they are climbing guys. I mean, they do want to climb a lot. And they can also use like a real plant in there. I use a fake one, but they can also use a real plant, but the real plant will have to use the UV something lighting, I don't know. But if your leopard gecko is sick and it has parasites in it, you can give him some olive oil and give him warm water on his stomach. But you can give him olive oil, which will help him digest it. See how his poop is not looking like regular poop, but that's because they're not feeling well. But so far they're getting healthy is what I know, because you can tell the green dot in their stomach is going away. But with leopard geckos, if you're handling them, don't be afraid that they're gonna bite you. What? I mean, I used to be like that, but now I realize they're not gonna hurt you. Trust me. People say they have teeth, but no, they do not have teeth. You don't have to feed them every day, like maybe like at least 6 or 5 times a week, but you don't have to feed them every day. Now, if you are feeding them every day, don't give them a lot of food, because that can make them vomit. Like, feed them a lot of food every day. That's making them be fat, and I mean, being fat for leopard geckos is good, but not like truly fat, alright? So you want to watch what you're giving your gecko every day. I use paper. Right now I'm cleaning out the rug. It's in the dryer machine. Now, when you're feeding your gecko, if you don't want them to get sick, if you really love your gecko so much and you don't want to get sick, make sure to check your crickets, because right now I'm going to get rid of these crickets, because if there's lots of dead crickets or lots of dead mealworms or waxworms in your can, parasites crawl into them, or any type of bug or germs. And they can crawl into the ones that are alive. And once you feed that to your gecko, it starts crawling in him. And that's how some geckos get sick from this. Now, I keep a 10-gallon tank over there. Right now it has nothing in it, you can obviously see. I'm gonna probably put him back in there because he was my first sick one. Sick one. Yeah, I keep on saying, I'm sorry about that. Really. So you're gonna need heating lamps. I keep 2 because right now, this one right here is not good enough for heat. So I just put this one there, and it's keeping the temperature up. Right now it's at 90, which is a good temperature for your gecko. Now I'm gonna turn one off. It's starting to get a little high. But I said again. Darn it! All right, make sure you refill their water every day. Let's see. Yeah, give them water every day, fresh water. I mean, some days you probably don't have the time, but there are lots of different type of leopard geckos, and here's the thing you want to know. If you have an unhealthy gecko, make sure that's a sign that his tail should not be skinny. I mean, his tail should be skinny if he's an unhealthy gecko. Now, if they're a baby, their tails are going to be skinny, and babies don't eat after their first shed. And just to know if your gecko is sick, check its eyes. See if they're always like sleepy every day. Right now he's about to go to sleep. Check their tail, see if it's getting fatter. And also, look at the backbone. You see that line right there, that nice line? Well, that line, if it's showing and your gecko has like a fat body, that's okay. But if it's showing your gecko has like a small body, that means he's not eating enough food. But don't just go, oh man, I gotta do this. Don't just put like 20 mealworms in there. Don't even put food in there if they're just gonna sit there, because that's not good. Trust me, if you put crickets in there and you just let them sit there, they're gonna eat the leopard gecko's arms, legs, or tail. If you have 2 males, make sure that when they're an adult, you take them out. Now, a lot of people don't really do this because, I mean, they've been raised with each other. Now, if a male has started out as a baby and they meet another baby male, they're raised together, they should not be a problem. But if you do have 2 males and they're an adult and you just got them, well, I mean, if they're already raised with each other, that's fine. But if they weren't, you just got one at Petco and then one at PetSmart, or online, they're not gonna like each other. They like to be territorial geckos, but the females, they'll do fine with like 5 females and 1 male. That'll be okay. But if you have a female that, like the one that's kind of snappy, there are some geckos that are mean. You might want to check on them every day, but then they're gonna get used to it, so they're just gonna stop fighting. Now, when you're handling your gecko, when he bites you or she bites you, trust me, it's not gonna hurt. If people say, if your friend is like a gecko professional, and they say they have teeth, they don't, trust me, alright? If they had teeth, I really don't know. But when you're handling them, be gentle. Now, if they start running fast, don't be afraid to put your hand really fast to stop it. Because sometimes they go fast and they go crawling in any space and you can't find them. Their tail can get lost anyhow. But when you're handling them, make sure you're keeping them over your bed or over something soft. Or maybe over a free space of rug. Just make sure they don't escape to go under your bed. Because these things can be fast and you want to be fast too to catch them. Now, some of the girls, when they are running fast and you catch them and you have to hold them, they're squiggling, they're gonna do this little scream hiss, I don't know, but the girls do hiss quite a bit. They hiss and scream, do whatever they want. They do that when they're afraid, unless if they just did it for a random apparent reason, that means they're hungry. But if you have a baby boy or a baby girl, they're gonna hiss quite a bit, because if you see the girl's neck breathing fast, really fast, that's a sign that's saying, please, I'm scared, don't touch me. Because when you touch her when she's like that, she turns and bites you, or she's going to hiss at you. And when they hiss at you, it really scares the Pop-Tarts out of you. So, yeah, be aware that they're going to hiss quite a bit. Now with the babies, they do this long scream, it's kind of funny. But they do this long scream like they're fierce. They're funny, but yeah, the babies do that. They do come with beautiful patterns. As you can see, this is the jungle morph gecko. The one in there, I don't know, the girl you just saw, her head was sticking out. It has a brownish, dark orange color. I don't know what they're called. And then there's another one that's a baby that looks just like him. But yeah. Also, when you see a dead gecko, and if it's an adult, check under him. If he has a green dot, that means he was sick. Now, if he doesn't have a green dot, that probably means it depends how long you had him, how long he lived. If you only had him or her for at least like a year and he dies, when you first get him as a baby and he dies, and he doesn't have that green dot or he's not sick, that means you did not take proper care of him. Now, if they live long enough, like at least more than 15 years, some girls only live up to 15 years. So if they live up to 15 years or 20, that means you did good job. Good job, my friend. But make sure not to twiddle around with their tail. Now, alright, this is the last thing I'm going to say. When you have a friend over and he says, this is so cool, and he wants to play with it, do you trust this person? Do you know if he's not going to drop him or be afraid of him? Trust me. You want to know. Say you were that gecko, and you don't want to be picked up by a stranger. But, yeah. Also, I gotta say a couple more things. Dang it, what was I gonna say? Yeah, leopard geckos sometimes are gonna fight over food. All right, so yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna handle them now because I just did that a second ago. But yeah. Oh yeah. Also, one more thing. If they are taking a deuce, like not a lot, you're not feeding them enough. Like if they take a deuce only one deuce a week, okay, one poop a week, they're not gonna be eating. They're not eating enough. All right. But if they resist the food, just let it hop around. Let the cricket hop around a meal and whatever. All right. Well, bye. Thanks for watching too. Subscribe, please. Subscribe.